My name is Irion Ardwell, and I'm a proud St. Martin. In a few short weeks, our country is going to be heading to the polls to elect 15 new members to Parliament. There's 126 candidates from 9 different political parties that are contesting this election, and I think the entire voting population can benefit from knowing a little bit more about who these candidates are. Over the next few days, I'm going to interview a few new faces and a few political veterans. So join me, St. Martin, and let's talk politics. Ardwell, it's a real pleasure sitting here and speaking to you. I love to see young people getting involved with the future of our country. That's so important. Being that you've been so close to what's happening with the Ministry of Tourism, we've heard a lot of talk about the importance of diversifying our economy and diversifying our tourism product. Yeah. What are some ideas you have in this direction, or some thoughts that come to mind when we speak diversification in St. Martin?
I think the first thing we have to do is look at our current our current market. Are we getting the most bang for our buck? Are we getting the most bang for our buck? We invest now, we have a budget in the tourism in TIAT.
Yes.
And we divide them amongst the North American market, the South American market, the Caribbean. And I would say St. Martin needs to invest in its strengths and not its weaknesses anymore.
Okay.
It takes a long time sometimes to get your weaknesses up to par with your strengths.
Sure.
But we don't have that time anymore. Our market now is currently 70% North American market. We have 5 fights, I believe, now coming from Canada. Let's invest more in our strengths.
In those. Continue to build on those.
Exactly, and not invest too much or in our weaknesses, and where we don't see a return on investment.
Sure. So perhaps South America or Europe might be too much of an uphill battle at this moment for us.
Especially in terms of direct flights. Most people don't want to have layovers or 2 layovers. So let's focus more on our strengths and not our weaknesses.
And what about our product offering? Do we need to diversify what we're offering, or is sea, sand, and sun enough?
Well, based on the information, based on the last FCA conference, they said they gave the answers. They gave the answers to us. They said our tourists are not the tourists of 40 years ago. Our tourists do research now.
Yes.
They go online. They go online before they come to the country. So they want to see something different. They said, I believe the CEO said they don't want to sell. They don't want to see watches anymore. No, you can't sell sea, sand, and sun anymore. So we have to go back and sell culture.
Okay.
I would like to see us preserving old buildings, having cultural tours, and even though it's criticized a lot, the Rainforest Project, I kind of understand why they did it.
Sure. I can see both sides of that scale, definitely.
I can see both sides. It's touchy for me because I would love to preserve it, but I understand the idea behind of that. Sure. I also believe we could go in the market of sport tourism. That's why I did Fitness on the Rock. It's proven. That's
interesting, yeah. Well, there's a lot of like the Spartan event and the Tough Mudder. Those are events that I've spoken with others from your camp, let's say, where it would be nice to see St. Martin hosting an international competition on that scale, which would bring a lot of tourism.
And my idea already is that we focus on sports tourism, but in the low season.
Yes.
Look, if you have an event for kids come with who? Their parents.
Of course.
If you have, and this Tough Mudder, the ticket alone, I traveled to other countries.
And I know several other guys from here that have traveled for this.
We paid a ticket to play in mud for 5 hours in another country, and we paid a $150 ticket for that.
Just to participate in that.
Just to participate in that.
And these events have gotten huge worldwide.
And we have a beautiful island. People would love to come and do this here.
Of course, we could set up obstacle courses on the beach.
We have to start to diversify our market, and I think that's not being done now. We're so focused on one little project at a time instead of having a long-term plan, a long-term vision for the island.
Thank you so much, Ardwell. I know we could go on and on. I would love to exchange some more ideas with you. I wish you the best of luck come September 26th. Again, he's the number 9 candidate on the National Alliance list. He's a first-time candidate filled with passion and energy. Ardwell, in conclusion, I'd love to give you a few moments just to talk directly to the voters and send them your final message.
If you want proper representation in Parliament or government, if you want somebody that your kids could look up to, if you want somebody that could represent you abroad, someone that understands finance, that understands the economy, that understands the St. Martin's needs, innovative thinkers. If you believe they're being innovative thinkers, then vote for me, Irion, National Alliance number 9.